Well, welcome back, everybody, into our Blitzball Battle pregame show presented to you by Shady Rays and Peter Moylan.
Yes.
Another great matchup today.
Yeah.
You have Hook, Line, Sinkers, who we've said all along has been the dark horse of this tournament. They're showing a lot of success versus some really good teams in this tournament.
Yeah.
And then We Got Ice, and we know they have Jack Doyle.
They've got
and
the history.
really so stepped it up.
They've got the genes. They've got the work ethic. They've got the turnaround. Zoe's been the turnaround guy. He's just been carrying this team, honestly. And look, we saw a little bit of struggle from Jack Doyle, which is the first time we've seen the two-time award winner, Cy Young award winner, really struggle in this tournament or in this warehouse.
Yeah.
So how's he going to come back? That's the question.
How is he going to come back?
Let's figure it out.
I mean, that was a very uncharacteristic start for Jack.
Can he?
This is a team, this is a matchup that has a lot of history. We Got Ice has some success off of Dan Canobbio in previous warehouse tournaments. So let's hear from them on how confident they're feeling against Dan especially. All righty, We Got Ice. Big matchup here versus Hook, Line, Sinkers, who just took down the back-to-back champs here in the Blitzball battles. When you look at Hook, Line, Sinker, the thing you hear people talking about is both of those guys can pitch. Do you guys think you're going to be able to get to one of them more so than the other?
Yeah, I think we've faced Dan a lot. We've had success off Dan, so we're looking to jump him in a baseball way.
Not literally.
Yeah.
We don't want to hurt him.
And Drew, we haven't seen in a while. He lives in Narnia.
I had Mississippi, but Narnia could be in Mississippi. I don't know.
All right. Jack, your last outing was very uncharacteristic for you. How have you been able to rebound from that emotionally and physically as you head into the game today?
We're just moving on, and if we win today, I get another shot at redemption.
Redemption. Okay, so We Got Ice has success versus Dan. They have that history versus Dan.
Yeah.
What do you think is Dan's strength on the mound, especially this specific tournament?
For me, it's been consistency. He's been able to throw two pitches. He's been able to throw a two-seam at the bottom half of the zone. Occasionally flips in that slider that you see from him, which isn't it's something different to put in the hitter's head. It's not dominating. His sinker is the thing. Got Plouffe to swing and miss a few times, so I think that late movement's really going to give We Got Ice some trouble.
Well, speaking of his pitch arsenal, warm-up before his last game, he found a new pitch, and he told me about it pregame.
These guys finding new pitches? I've been looking for a changeup for 14 fucking years.
Hook, Line, Sinkers. Oh, no. Holy smokes, you guys are coming off of a really big win versus the back-to-back champs here in the Blitzball battles. And we know people have been calling you guys the dark horses. You've now come in here. You've beat Lovias, who was the 2 seed coming in. You've beaten the back-to-back champs. How much more confidence do you guys have right now than you did entering into this tournament as brand new teammates?
Safe to say we're in the zone.
In the zone!
We're knocking off champs. We're knocking off McFlurry Power desserts. We're knocking off Nikki Cass, a social media superstar. Woo! Next, we're coming for those We Got Ice boys, the TikTok boys, the Trick Shot boys. I know them. I work with them. We're going to beat them. Right, Drew?
Yes.
You guys are playing now in back-to-back games. What was the plan between games here, just to recoup, old man Dan?
Sit down on a nice leather couch, text my girlfriend, text my dad. That's really it. You know, get the blood flowing. Drew probably had a way more rigorous routine. He's the one that's like actually, you know, working out and stuff at the hotel gym. I'm getting my rest.
I did work out last night.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, you're talking about today?
You work out every day.
Well, later. But just a massage gun, just a...
Offensive MVP at the plate the last game, Drew. Holy bejeez. How locked in are you feeling at the plate right now?
I feel good. I think my approach changed, and I think I just got to roll with that. I was a little bit more relaxed at the plate. Yesterday, I felt like I had a lot of pressure on myself, and I was just trying to do too much. And today, I was just letting the pitcher come to me and trying to put a good swing on it.
Dan, you said in your post-game press conference that you found a new pitch during warm-ups. Do you care to elaborate on that?
It's like a Laredo type of slider where I don't have to exert my shoulder too much. Made it up on the fly during warm-ups, and it worked. So I'm going to ride with that.
Get any tips from anybody, or you literally just came up with it on your own?
Would you say that again?
Anybody give you a tip for it, or did you literally just come up with it on your own?
I came up with it on my own. 30 plus years of hucking the ball at a zone.
Got it. This zone right here. All righty, guys. A big one here versus We Got Ice. Jack Doyle. We got Zoe. Holy smokes. Are you guys going to be able to do it again?
Yes.
Yes. Good luck to Drew and Dan. Guys, back to you. All right, Pete. So Dan has found that new pitch. He's calling his Laredo slider. We call him Old Man Dan. He's 35 years old. He had to ice his arm the other day. They had the off day, but he said this pitch doesn't hurt his shoulder as much to throw. It's also a pitch that We Got Ice hasn't seen. Look,
to be honest with you, that's the reason why I dropped my arm angle down to where I did. I couldn't throw from over the top anymore. Old Man Dan, Old Man Moylan, I know what it's like to be an old man. I know what being hurt feels like, that's for sure. Yeah. But I think it's going to really help him. Take some strain off the front edge of that shoulder, maybe put it all towards the rotator cuff. Dan likes to box. Strong back. Use your back, not your shoulders.
Well, if you're We Got Ice in this tournament, in this game, what's your pitching strategy?
Man, Zoe's been unreal. I'd want to see maybe get out there, see how he's feeling, give Jack a bit of a rest, and maybe come in and build some confidence in the second inning.
Well, I got good news for you.
Do you?
We asked them.
Come on.
Their pitching strategy. So we'll let them tell you.
Who would have thunk it?
What it is. You guys had a very unique pitching strategy yesterday that was based on the number of runs you guys put up in the inning. Today, knowing that you would have a game immediately after, what is your pitching strategy versus hook, line, sinkers?
We haven't really talked about that yet, so let's come up with it right now.
Let's do it. I think you can get them out. I think if we play the championship, I'm going to have to pitch against Como for a full win.
I think you're a better pitcher against Como. I'm not sure how hook line's going to hit you. They might hit you really well.
Yeah, you can get Dan out. You always get him out.
Yeah, so I think this will be a more conventional pitching strategy, and then if we do get the chance to face Como again, who knows what we're going to see.
We all know what people said coming in the tournament to win the championship. Zoe's got to get 4 outs in the finals.
But Zoe, you look at what you've done, your confidence, you practice so much in here, you're probably the most improved player, but your confidence defensively, pitching at the plate, has to be a lot higher than when you walked in here for game one.
Oh, yeah, I feel great. I think that we're the second best team in the tournament, and I think we can beat Como in the finals because we can out-warehouse them. But hook, line, and sinkers first, and then we'll get there.
We got ice. 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 Good luck versus hook, line, sinkers. Catch it? Thank you both so much for your time.
Thanks, Kelsey.
So We Got Ice's pitching strategy has been changing every single game. They seem to be very flexible.
That's good.
You know what else is flexible?
Tell me.
All the different pairs of Shady Rays that look so good. You can put any pair on your face and they're going to look good. And we have partnered with our good friends at Shady Rays to give you guys an exclusive deal that's only running during Blitzball Battle 3. If you use the code
Warehouse,
you get FOTE40 whole percentages off of any pair of sunglasses. That also is going to give you early access to special collab sunnies.
Wow.
With Jimmy and Jake, the boss men. So make sure you go to shadyrays.com, use the promo code warehouse, get yourself 40% off and also early access to that limited edition pair with Jimmy and Jake. Okay. You gonna get a pair?
Plenty of pairs.
All of them?
All of them.
All of them.
I've worn a lot of pairs since I've been here, and they're all comfortable and they all look great.
Jolly Olive wears a lot of pairs too. And man, does that guy look good in some Shady Rays. He also looks good when he's delivering us some stats. So why don't you do it, Jolly?
Hey guys, thanks for throwing it over. Back on the field to tell you about We Got Ice versus Hook, Line, Sinkers. Drew and Dan were able to pull off the upset and advance to losers finals. And Dan Canobbio, this is a big game for him. There's a lot of bad memories when he faces off against a team like We Got Ice. In his career against Jack Doyle as a hitter, he struck out 9 times in 12 plate appearances. So that's not a good number there. And last time he was on the mound against Zoe, he gave up the walk-off home run that lost him the Roulette League. So, a lot of bad bad memories there. But Drew Davis, he's been hot. He has 3 home runs in this tournament now. That's tied for the most, and they all came off Trevor Plouffe, if you can believe that. The We Got Ice boys haven't walked a lot of batters on the mound, and Dan Canobbio has the least walks drawn of any player remaining in this tournament as a hitter. So if he does connect with a pitch, he needs to drive it. Otherwise, we need to see some plate discipline from him. We Got Ice, they've never had a hit off Drew Davis in 6 plate appearances combined together. So they're going to need to figure out Drew if they're going to win this game. They have 3 hits and 12 plate appearances in this game. All of them are extra base hits, a double and 2 home runs off Dan Canobbio. So they hit Dan Canobbio well, not Drew Davis. That'll be the key for them offensively. Zoe, he had a big game last time, got a 1-2-3 inning, but he was unable to get the win against Sammy Reeser and Como Blitzball. Zoe is 3rd in the tournament as a hitter with 10 RBIs, and Jack Doyle is not far behind with 9. And as we mentioned before, Jack Doyle has not walked a lot of batters in this tournament, but he has allowed a lot of hits. In just 4 innings pitched, he's allowed 11 hits. Back in 1 inning league, in 7 1/3 innings pitched, he allowed 14 hits. So guys have been swinging a lot more against Jack Doyle. Maybe Dan Canobbio doesn't need to be patient and draw those walks, and if they do connect, you better hope the ball goes far, because Hook, Line, Sinkers is going to need every run they can get against We Got Ice if they're going to advance to grand finals against Como Blitzball. This could be the game of the tournament. John Boy Media favorites all over the field. Let's throw it back to the pregame booth.
All right, quick look at the Shady Rays playoff bracket. The winner of We Got Ice, Hook, Line, Sinkers, moves on to the championship, where they will face the lone undefeated team, the kids from the University of Missouri, Team Como. All right, Peter Moylan, one thing I'll be watching, can Jack Doyle rebound?
That's my question. I think that's everyone's question, is can Jack Doyle rebound from quite possibly, well, I'm going to say it, the worst outing we've seen him have here at the warehouse.
7 runs in 1/3 of an inning, a couple of bombs.
Tried everything, tried a couple of different approaches with the mechanics of his full motion. Just tried to stop, start. There was nothing they could do to beat those Como boys. Interesting to see what kind of sequencing he uses against the sinkers.
Speaking of the sinkers, Kelsey Wingert, you have a little news on what they were doing last night.
Well, it's the tale of 2 teammates. You have old man Dan, who's 35 years old, and you have Drew, who is 21 years old. Now, Dan really feeling it day 5 of the tournament. He's feeling sore. You've seen him using the massage gun between games a lot, stretching a lot. Well, last night, he decided to stay in and go to bed at 9 p.m. Meanwhile, his teammate Drew to the hotel gym to work out. He has been here in New York for 11 days, and he's worked out 10 of those 11 days. You guys, 21 versus 35. Is Dan's arm going to be able to hold up? Because Drew apparently is feeling pretty good.
Excellent.
All right, Kels, thank you very much. Were you in the gym with Drew? Or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been in the gym multiple times also. 5 days, 4 times in the gym.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Really?
Didn't do anything, just showed up.
You just walked in and turned the old Homer Simpson meme.
Correct.
Got it. Kelsey, prediction.
I think I'm going to take We Got Ice, because I think Jack Doyle is going to rebound from that bad start for him yesterday. Very uncharacteristic, but I think this is going to be one of the better matchups we've seen.
This is going to be a tough one to predict. I'm also going to go We Got Ice for the sheer fact that I think this is Zoe's tournament.
You know what? What did I tell you? At the beginning of the postseason, I said the dark horse team was Hook, Line, Sinkers. I just think that the fact that they've got 2 guys they can count on the mound, I think both are dialed in. I think they have a run to the championship game in them.
All right.
Only one way for you to find out. Tune in 6 o'clock Eastern. Join us in the live chat. Find out who will be playing Team Como to hoist the banner. It is all coming your way. For Kelsey Wingert and Peter Moylan, I am Chris Rose. Thank you so much for tuning into the Shady Rays pregame show.